What's up YouTube, this is Joe from Zephyr War Games and I'm bringing to you guys a Dinowrestler dinosaur deck profile slash update, because I've already done these in the past. But yes, as you can see, we finally got the last of the Dinowrestlers that we needed to make this deck complete, and that is Dinowrestler Iguana. And it really does bolster the potential of the Dinowrestlers, allowing them to actually make plays on their own, get some consistency going, and essentially just help you flood the board without needing your opponent to have something out on the field already. Obviously, though, we do have to play some dinosaur generic stuff just because it does overall improve the consistency by drastic amounts, but you'll see how I've tried to get the balance and the ratios done well. So before I get into this, if you enjoy, give us a like and subscribe down below. Ding that notification bell, because obviously if you enjoy a person's content here on YouTube, you don't want to miss out on that content, and that notification bell helps prevent that, and all of that is greatly appreciated, and we thank you guys so much for doing so. So with all that said and done, let's get into this Dinowrestler deck profile. So starting off with the Dinowrestlers, the brand new one, Dinowrestler Iguana. So he's a level 6 dinosaur, 2000 tap and 0 defense. You can discard one other dinosaur monster, special summon this card from your hand. You contribute one dinosaur monster, then target a Dinowrestler in your graveyard with a different original name. Land the attributed monster, and special summon it in defense position. You can use each effect of Iguana once per turn. So I feel like the only issue is that it summons the monster in defense mode, meaning you can't get back links with it. And if you do get back your big beat sticks like your Giga Spina Savate, you know, you can't actually attack with it that turn. But still, the fact that you can use and abuse this with Stegosaur, allowing you to get additional searches and consistency going, and the fact that you can just ditch any dinosaur and also tribute any dinosaur means that you can ditch the Stegosaur and then tribute himself to get the Stegosaur back, meaning that you're not really wasting anything that you've used up. So this card is a fantastic addition to the deck. Being level 6 means that it is a fossil dig target as well, and it is a nice big beefy monster you can just toss on the board and just start poking with some damage there. So overall, I do love Iguana, and I'm so happy that he's finally here in the TCG. Moving on, we do have 2 copies of Stegosaur. If you want to really ump the Dinowrestler part of this deck, you can bump this to 3, and I would advise to bumping it to 3, but so far 2 is doing just nicely. We have many ways to get to this, being the Fossil Digs, the Oviraptors as well, and the 2 copies of himself. So you have many targets and many ways to get to this card if you need it. 1 copy of Pankratops. Just, you can't play Dinowrestlers without Pankratops. If you had this at 3, you'd play this at 3. Just self-explanatory there. 1 copy of Escalamentio. You don't really need this as much now because we do have the Iguana. We mostly just use this because it is a level 6 Dinowrestler. But now that we have Iguana, we could, in theory, cut this card out completely. I'm just still taking it in here just in case if I do eventually need it. And it's a Dinowrestler name as well. 2 copies of Colossaliant. This is your main level 2 tuner that you use with your level 6s to go into your Spina Savate. Also, the fact it is a free summon, though that is a once per duel effect, so do use it wisely, meaning that you can use it as link material as well. And to last of the Dinowrestlers in the main deck is Dinowrestler, Marshall, and Perlio. I think out of all the Marshall monsters, this is the best one. Just because it nets you more value as well and gives you a bit more consistency as well. So that's why I've chosen this one. Moving on to the generic dinosaur support, because, like, unfortunate to say, it is the best way to play Dinowrestlers, to use at least some of these generic support, like Oviraptor. This is the one I would definitely advise. Even if you went and took out most of the dinosaur generic support and just played pure Dinowrestlers, I would still say play 3 Oviraptor, just because having a main deck Stratos for all of your Dino Wrestlers, you can't say no to that. So again, even if you wanted to play 100% pure Dino Wrestler, I would still highly advise to play 3 Oviraptors just for the additional. Essentially, think of it as Oviraptors 3 copies of any Dino Wrestler in your deck. 1 copy of Miscellaneous Source because it's at 1. I do play 3 of the babies in the forms of 2 baby Ceratosaurus and 1 Petite Pterodon. Just combos very well with Lost World. Lost World with Dino Wrestlers is a very nice synergy. And these just help you get your consistency going. For additional boss monsters, I'm playing 2 Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. I'm not focusing on the double evolution pill play, so you're not going to see Adam Adored Archosaur. You're not going to see Overtex Quartless in this deck, just because it's not what I'm focusing. I feel like if you try and mix those 2 builds completely, you're going to witness some bit of consistency issues and a bit of weird overlaps. This is why I stayed away from it, and I just only playing Ultimate Conductor Tyranno as either I open it as a beat stick, or I can search this over with my Oviraptor at any point when I do need it for that additional power play push. For my other tuner, I'm playing the 1 Durac Alio. It just helps you with your synchro plays. The fact you can use this and Pancratops to go into your Spina Sabate just gives you another way to get into your synchro plays. And I'm playing 3 Kaijus in the forms of 1 Dogodon and 2 Kumongus. The reason I've gone for this is because I'm trying to play this as more of a go second deck, because Dino Wrestlers do play best going second. We can now play first with the help of Iguana Draka, but the fact that the deck just plays naturally nicely going second means that I wanted to try and emphasize on that. So I've gone for Kaiju build, just a small Kaiju build, 1 Dogon because it's a dinosaur, and the 2 Kumongus because it's the next best weakest thing. Your boss monsters are going to be like 3k plus, so you're not really going to struggle to get over any Kaijus. So for monsters, moving on to spells, obviously the 3 Fossil Dig, such as everything in your deck. 3 copies of Lost World, along with the 1 Terraforming, because Lost World in dinosaurs is fantastic, including Dino Wrestlers. I'm also playing 2 copies of Foolish Burial Goods. This will go well nicely with your World Dino Wrestling, as well as your Interrupted Kaiju Slumber as well. So we can just dump those to graveyard, start getting our consistency going, and just go off from there. 1 copy of Foolish Burial does combo very well with Iguana Draka, meaning you can just provide any Dino Wrestler you need at any point during the game. So Foolish Burial is nicely good there. As I mentioned before, the 2 World Dino Wrestling to go with your Foolish Burial Goods, and the 1 Kaiju Slumber as well, just as a generic board wipe with your Kaijus in the deck, but also you can just dump it if you really needed to with Foolish Burial Goods if you feel like you're not going to be able to resolve it later on, and for its bombing effect you can just banish it and search a Kaiju you need. The 1 Double Evolution Pill, because we do play non-dinosaurs in both the main and extra deck, so you can resolve this. I'm just not focused on resolving it. 1 Monster Reborn, generic revival, 1 Call by the Grave for just being called by the grave, and the 1 trap card is Necrofusion. I'm not playing the Dino Wrestler fusion spell because the fact you have to fuse on field to resolve it is just not something I do enjoy. If it said fuse from hand or field, I would definitely play it 100%, but because it has to be on field, it just kind of threw me off a little bit. I'm not too focused on the fusion, I just wanted it as an optional attack, so I'm just playing the Necrofusion just because I can then just banish from graveyard and do my plays that way, and then get my Community Wrestle at any point during the game that I want. But if you wanted to play the Dino Fusion, just take this card out for it. That's it for the main deck. Moving on to the extra deck. For the non-link monsters, playing with the 1 Community Wrestle, the 2 Giga Spino Savates for the Dino Wrestler options, and I'm also playing the 2 Naturies in the forms of Barkion and Beast. I have 2 flex spots in the extra deck pretty much, so I've just gone for these 2 because we are playing Earth tuners and Earth non-tuners, so at various levels, so we can just naturally make these and just go from there. For our 2 Exceeders, the 1 Luggy and the 1 Dulker, I was playing 2 Dulkers, but I took the second Dulker out for the second Spinosaurus. You can swap those around if you wish. For links, for the Dinowrestler links, is the 1 King T-Wrestle and the 2 Terrapicadio. These 2 are just phenomenal, and King T-Wrestle is your main link boss monster for the Dinowrestlers. For the non-dinosaur part of the extra deck, just because I do have some spicy competitive spice in the side deck for this deck, I'm playing the 1 Darkness Melt or the Dragon of Dark Steel. In the Dinowrestler combos, you can make this and start reviving your Dinowrestlers and going to like this plus Spinosaurus, and it just adds a bit more power play and consistency push to your plays. The 1 Simorgh, Bird of Sovereignty, as well as the 1 Reaperdonkus play. I would side deck the Wind Barrier statue in this deck, just because this deck can do those plays quite nicely and easily. The 1 Pentastag for your OTKs with both King T-Wrestle, Savate, and Ultimate Conductor Dino. And the 1 Link Rebo, because we do play a level 1, so we can use it for that. And guys, that's it for both the deck, main and extra. I hope you all enjoyed it. Leave your comments down below how you're playing your Dinowrestler build. I see many profiles, many different builds online, and many different ways to play this deck, so I'd like to hear your thoughts. So always like, comment, subscribe. Stay safe. Until next time, as always, happy dueling.